Rossy Sanchez. An ungodly date. An ungodly date, Rossy Sanchez.
I've been dating online, and several months ago, this big burly character, 6'5", 6'6", reached out to me. Why are you hitting on me, I wondered. I'm gonna need a stepping stool just to avoid having a conversation with your navel. But we chatted. He seemed okay. He was educated, well-traveled, and he owned his own business, importing exotic fruits and plants. Well, I like anything that's exotic, so we agreed to meet. But I'm not dumb. I'm not about to meet somebody who's twice my height, 5 times my girth, by myself. So since I had been invited to a birthday party, I told him I'd meet him there. Beloved Toastmasters and guests, this was no ordinary party. This was a Cuban party. And if you know anything about Cubans, you know we love our plátanos fritos, fried plantains, moros y cristianos, Moors and Christians, and ropa vieja, old clothes. We drink mojitos and Cuba Libres. We dance salsa and we shake our hips a lot. And we throw great parties. And that one was no exception. Tons of people, awesome music, these long lines of tables strewn, laden with all the Cuban goodies and Porto streets. As I'm looking around, I noticed something's off. And that's because right next to one of the tables, there was an altar to the African god of Santeria, Chango. I thought, that's weird. But then I remembered that my friend's grandmother had come to live with them. I figured, okay, that must be her altar. So Tarzan finally shows up, and he's not on a Harley, and he's not wearing flip-flops, so I let him in. And we chat for a while, and then I send him off to go hunt me some food. And as I'm catching up with friends, out of the corner of my eye, I get a glimpse of the grandmother who up until then had been sitting in this chair, kind of scanning the room, half snoring. But suddenly she started to get really weird. Her eyes started to twitch, and she started to squirm and contort, her skeletal limbs flailing in the air. I froze, because I knew what that was. Se le subió el muerto. Translation, she uploaded the dead man. Her eyes rolled back, and when she spoke, she sounded like a Nigerian Tony Robbins with a back case of herpes. And she was staring right at the tallest guy in the room, who at that precise moment was peeling a plátano manzano, a short, chubby, sweet little banana that he plucked from a bunch on the altar right next to the buffet table. As he's about to take a bite, from the other side of the room, I screamed, "Stop!" The whole party turned around, stared at me, my eyes bungee jumping out of their sockets. Grandma, half zombie, half Randall from Monsters, Inc. The Green Giant, half dumb smile, half terrorized look, banana en route. The whole party went silent. Even Mark Anthony knew to stop singing. At that point, self-preservation took over, and I headed out the door. And as I was about to get to the gate, I felt a hand on my shoulder. "Ah!" I screamed. It was the birthday girl. She said, "You have to go back inside. The spirit needs to cleanse you." "Oh, I'm good," I said. "I showered before coming. I'm clean." She dragged me back inside, where Grandma Tony proceeded to blow stinky cigar smoke all over my face and body. After everyone had been cleansed, the grandma went back to her chair as if nothing had happened. And I said goodbye to Shrek for good. Last week, I happened to see his profile online, And I noticed he'd added, if you're Cuban, don't even bother. To my profile, I added, exotic fruit vendors over 6 feet tall need not apply.